Okay, class, it's Lisa. I'm back with the promised screencast of how to use the rotational type of Follow Me tool. This is really useful for making things like lampshades and pots and bowls and anything with a turned kind of profile, a chair leg, a stair banister, anything like that. Now, just like the other kind, just like the kind that follows a path, this has to have a shape and a path. With this rotational type, obviously, the path is going to be a circle of some variety, okay? And the plane is always, you always need to have a face as the shape to follow the path. So I've drawn here a variety of circles so I can kind of show you what different things work like. In this case, I'll start here, okay? This is a plane that I've drawn that starts at the center of the circle and goes all the way out to the edge. And so if I use the Follow Me tool on this, I mean, it's pretty obvious that this is going to create kind of a Pac-Man kind of shape, or it could create. It's going to create a cylinder, or we can make a Pac-Man kind of shape. So, waka waka waka. Okay, so there we've made a Pac-Man kind of shape with our Follow Me tool, and it's, you know, who knows what use that could be, but you might design something that needs that shape at some point. But it gives you the illustration that what happens is that you take the shape and it follows the path around. Similarly, if I come over here, I have a plane that doesn't go all the way to the center, and when I do Follow Me with that, it creates a shape that has a hole in the middle, which could be very useful for lampshades or bundt cakes or whatever else you might want to put in your design that would have that kind of a shape. You can also create custom shapes. So if I undo what I just did and I kind of zoom down here, we can create a more customized shape here just by cutting away that plane, and I'm just going to do a little notch out of it here. Draw a line, come back and get the eraser, go erase that little piece, and now if I use Follow Me, as we've already learned, point of view makes Follow Me a lot easier to use. You can see I've kind of got a little shape like that. Okay. The reason it's got this little notch out of it is because the plane is not perfectly perpendicular to the circle. But you can see now I've got this little shape here. So really the shape of your extrusion created by Follow Me is only limited by your imagination. This is a little freeform shape. Come on. And as we've previously discussed, sometimes you need to reverse the faces. I think that was okay the way it was. Okay. And part of that is so that when you get your paint bucket out and you apply a metal or something to it, the way the faces work influences how the maps apply, and this is obviously the way we want that. So see here, this is kind of getting each individual face instead of all of them at once. We can make it all coppery if we like. Okay, so that's how those work. That's pretty simple. That makes a lot of sense because we can see how the outside edge is going to work. Now let's say we want to make a vase. I've kind of gone ahead and just made a shape for us here where the center is at the center, and we have the shape. Now what this is, if you can imagine taking a vase or a glass or anything else and kind of cutting a slice through it, the profile you would see of half of that glass or half of that pot would be the bottom and the wall. Okay, so this will become a little more evident when I do this. If I grab hold of my plane here, you can see how it looks like a little pot now. And all I did was just drag it around. But because of the shape having the void in the middle, it now has that void. And that's really needed when you do any kind of a vase or a glass or even a lampshade. I could turn this upside down and make a lampshade out of it. It would be very attractive. All of these different objects are just like any other objects. You can apply any material you want to them. We can make them, ooh, how about marble? Not liking the scale in that. But you can then apply materials to make them a little bit more realistic and more fun. So I hope that helps you figure out how to use the rotational part of the Follow Me tool. It's really a lot of fun. You can create a lot of cool stuff with it. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.